my internet fans. Welcome to another episode of Stat Boy Rants, and as always, these rants are Stat Boy approved. I'm your host with the most. I am the Stat Boy. This is episode 84, and just so you guys know in advance, I'm not going to talk much about wrestling tonight. Here's the reason why. I got something planned, a little bonus episode, that I'm going to tape this coming Saturday, which would be March 9th. We'll do something a little different, something I've never done before, and that's when I'll give you my ranting on wrestling. Okay? This rant, which is taped late Sunday night on March 3rd, will be pretty much stuff we did over the weekend and whatnot. Okay? Don't worry, you'll get your usual rants on how much we hate or how much I hate The Rock, and how much CM Punk should have the title, and the build-up to WrestleMania is going to suck because it's Rock Cena 2, and Taker came back in Waco, Texas, and all that stuff. That stuff is coming. But for right now, we here at the new and improved Casa D18 Studios just got done watching the Celebrity Apprentice All-Star Edition. Earlier today, we of course watched the Chicago Blackhawks go up against the Detroit Red Wings, and if you haven't been following the Chicago Blackhawks, you should. Their current record, as of the time of this taping, is 19 wins, 0 losses, and 3 overtime losses. Meaning they went to a shootout or they went to overtime and they lost. But the big fact is that that 0 in the middle means that they have not lost a game in regulation. Sure, they lost, but they haven't lost in regulation. And in the NHL, if you lose in if you lose in overtime, you still get a point. Now, these 22 games that they have played, plus the 6 regular games they won last season, not counting the playoffs, those don't count, equals 28 games. Or excuse me, no, 16 plus, my number's off, I'm tired. But you get the idea. The total right now they have is 20. I'm going so fast, I can't get my number straight. Let's try that again. They have played 22 games, 19-0-3, plus the games that they played last season. The big number is what it is. The big record is 35, meaning they've got 7 more games to go. If they can win their next 7 games or go into overtime, they will have the all-time record, which is what they should have. Damn you, Double A, wake up or I'm gonna scream. Double A is sleeping. Wake up!
That was rude.
But it was funny. Oh. Anyway, back to the stuff at hand. So,
be very, very quiet.
I'm hunting Mikey's.
You ain't hunting shit, homie. I just wanted you to hear this. Chicago beat Detroit. Woo! I'm going to take a brain beating for this one when the camera goes off. How many people will put wake up in the comment box? Last season, sneezing. This season, snoring. What's next? Fake ass snore, but still good enough. Anyway, so congratulations to Chicago. It was a very scoreless game. The first 2 periods, nobody scored. Then 3 minutes into the 3rd period, Detroit scores, and Chicago took their sweet time, which we were quiet the whole time, and then they go to a shootout. So like I say, good job for them. Now, yes, I am bandwagon hopping. I admit it again, just like I did with the Kings last season. If the Kings or the Ducks or even the Sharks, San Jose, Cali team, if none of those 3 get the cup this year, stat-wise it should go to Chicago, because they'll be the #1 team. But then look last year, Kings beat Blackhawks, or Kings were 8, they beat 1, 2, and 3, and all that. So, if they don't win, you're going to have a bunch of pissed off fans. Blackhawks Stat Boy approved. Okay. Now, the other part of this rant. Celebrity Apprentice All-Star Season. If you need to be reminded as to who was on this season, go back, and because I ranted about that before. But if I can remember most of them, Brett Michaels, Dee Snider, Penn Jillette, Little John, Dennis Rodman, LaToya Jackson, Mary Lou Henner, Brandy Roderick, Trace Adkins, Gary Busey. Did I say LaToya Jackson? Yes, I did. Wow, 10 out of 14 is not bad. Claudia Jordan, Lisa Rinna, 2 left. You guys know who you are. Anyway, they all came back. Brett's the only winner of the bunch. And, of course, they're doing this for charity. It's all about the money and the charity. And Mr. Donald Trump is thinking that instead of splitting it off between men and women like he's supposed to, he let... Oh, Trace Atkins. Didn't say Trace Atkins. He said, Brett and Trace, let's do a good old-fashioned schoolyard pick, and Dennis Rodman. There you go. Let's do a schoolyard pick, and let's go with there. And Brett picks Omarosa first. And according to Trump's eyes, Omarosa is the biggest reality villain. Evil Dick, you're the biggest reality villain. Follow him on Twitter at Evil Dick. EVELDICK. Anyway, and they get their first task, and they are to sell meatballs in New York City. Apparently, meatballs are like, I guess, like fast food or gourmet or whatever. And who's going to be the project manager? Now, the project manager is the boss. Project manager is supposed to be in charge. And Trace steps up for his team. And at first, Brett is up for his team. But here comes Miss Brandy Roderick, the Playboy chick. And she comes up and says, oh, please, I wanna be the project manager. I can do this. I'm really cool. Oh, please, please. And she gets on her knees. Dee Snider. Did I say him? I don't know. Anyway. So they go to their shops. They call up all their people with their big money and all that. They say, come on down, buy some meatballs, make a donation. Trace on his side says, I'm not going to sell my meatballs to the public. Okay. There's a warning sign right there. Because that's like, I would compare it to like, oh, I don't know, painting this great portrait and only letting certain people in the museum see it and not let everybody see it. Or a statue. Or a brand new car and not letting anybody drive it. You know, it's like, what's the point of needing the job to work? You need to work, okay? The task is to sell meatballs. So why sell meatballs to only the people with the money? What if I'm in New York City, okay, and I need to buy meatballs for a party? And lo and behold, what if I have $500 in my pocket? Okay? Regardless if it's for charity or what. And I'm walking along. Oh, look! There happens to be a meatball shop. Well, isn't this nice? I have $500. I need to buy these meatballs. Walk up to the window. We're closed for a private event. Well, guess what? Your business is not going to get my money. I'll take my $500 elsewhere. But what if you needed that $500? You ain't getting it from me. And in comes the big money. And if you watch the episode, you'll even get to see Mick Foley. He came in. And somebody brings in a check for $100,000. Somebody brings in a check for $75,000. And this is all big. Meanwhile, Brandy and her team, they're bringing in $1,000 donations, $500, $2,500, selling little meat, and they're actually doing the work that is supposed to be done. Okay? There's a way to work, and there's a way to work dirty. I'm calling Trace dirty. Trace Atkins, you're a great cowboy singer, country singer. You got that deep bass country voice that the women love. The women drop the panties and all that, you know. And that's all cool. with your black cowboy hat and your western suits, you're a western pimp, is what you are, Mr. Trace Atkins. But business-wise, And unfortunately, he wins. Like I say, it's like he didn't do much work. He got the money, and of course, Brandy's team, they pretty much got slaughtered. $400,000 to about $200,000. Now, so Brandy's team goes into the boardroom, and the BS and the, well, what's going on here? Here's the thing. Omarosa was the cash register person on the show. And of course she's in charge. And this is really big money, folks. This ain't no 20s and 10s. And these are 50s and 100s. And these are stacks of $100 bills. I've held a stack of $10,000 at one point. It wasn't my money. Casino job. Okay? But they're just like cashier's checks, money orders, $100,000. And of course, Omarosa, being the villainess that she is like, oh, who are you here for? I'm here for Brett Michaels. Oh, no. So then we find out, well, who made what? Brett claims he made about $22,000 to $25,000. Omarosa claims that the books say otherwise. And it's like, where's the money coming from? Where's all this money? Did she steal the money? Who knows? And so Brandy chooses to bring back LaToya Jackson herself because she's the boss, and Bret Michaels. She had said that the lowest two people that would bring in money could be eliminated. Trump has no idea why she would do this. Now obviously they have good reasons. Obviously the boss. Brett because he didn't bring in the money. And at first we said Stephen Baldwin, but we got that part wrong because Baldwin was on the other team. So it's like, she should have brought in Omarosa because she was in charge of the money. Now, Brandy claims she brought in over $100,000, which is, okay, good for you. You brought in $130,000. Well done. Good job. And Brett didn't bring in anything, and LaToya didn't bring anything. Lo and behold, Bret Michaels, you're fired. Big mistake. I'm going to send out a tweet to Mr. Donald Trump. At Real Donald Trump, you made the hashtag wrong move. Bret Michaels got screwed. Tweet. Follow Donald Trump at Real Donald Trump. Follow Bret Michaels at Bret Michaels. Big mistake, Trump. You take the winner and you get rid of him first. Big mistake. I'm sorry, if you're misplacing like big amounts of money, or you're stupid enough you can't figure out where how much did you make? Well, I don't know. You can't run a company. You can't run a business. Hell, I admit I have trouble doing that with the monthly bills sometimes. I don't know where the money goes, but I know the bills get paid. I should be fired. Anyway. Well, like I said, we'll still watch Celebrity Apprentice or follow it online or whatever. It's like, it sucked. Brad Michaels, you're definitely Stat Boy approved, because, rock on, brother. Alright, like I said, I'm still going to watch Raw. Y'all still give me my report, and then when I tape again, it's a bonus episode coming up. Like I say, I'm going to do something that you wouldn't think a guy like me would do. It's something different. It's something special. I've done it before, and I just want to share it with everybody. Okay? Cool. Follow me at LBStatKid1977. Join my Facebook page, Statboy Rants on Facebook. And I'm very also happy I got my laptop back. Haha. I've been gone with that thing for 6 months. Thank you, Best Buy. You did a good job fixing my computer. Okay? Cool. Let's see what's going to happen. WrestleMania is less than 5. It's a month away. April 7th is 4 weeks away. Alright? Cool. See you all for my bonus episode later. Until then, Statboy out.